If you're interested in discovering curiosities about dogs, in this Pet for Tips video, we present a compilation of information that will certainly surprise you. We start with a list of 10 things that dogs don't like about people. Let's go. One example is loud noises and strong odors, such as hairdryers, vacuum cleaners, cars, and fireworks. It's normal since dogs have exceptional hearing, and their sense of smell is much more sensitive than ours. Therefore, any noise that may bother you will certainly bother your best friend much more. Of course, some dogs, from puppies, are already used to loud sounds and are not scared. However, in general, most of them don't like these types of odors either because it's something delicate for them. Since, just like their hearing, dogs' sense of smell is much sharper than ours, any odor that is stronger for you is even worse for your dog. Additionally, talking too much without using appropriate body language is something that often happens when we communicate with our dogs, using gestures and words they can understand. However, they prefer you to communicate with them through body language and with short words they are already familiar with. Another aspect is complaining all the time. When we are in a bad mood, we get irritated with anything and convey a sense of anger and negativity. However, we must remember that when we scold our dog after some time, they won't understand what they did wrong. Complaining and excessively reprimanding is not positive and causes stress and fear. Additionally, the lack of routine and consistency is detrimental. Dogs like to have a routine because it makes them feel safer and calmer. The absence of schedules, senseless scolding, or inconsistencies confuse the dog. Your dog doesn't feel comfortable at home and is constantly stressed and uncomfortable. Plan some time to take care of him and always communicate in the same way, observing if he's not agitated or upset. Dogs don't like it when we stare into their eyes, as they will look away and may even growl. Eye contact for them signifies alertness, challenge, or fear. Avoid staring into the eyes of a dog that is not yours to prevent conflicts. Additionally, avoid excessive kisses and hugs. Although these actions are normal for us and we enjoy doing them, like squeezing, hugging, and kissing our furry companions, dogs don't interpret them the same way. Among themselves, dogs don't hug or kiss. These constant displays of affection can be confusing for them, especially if they are not accustomed to them from puppies. Some dogs may tolerate hugs, but many don't like them. Therefore, it's good to hug or kiss them occasionally, but be careful not to overdo it and make them uncomfortable or stressed. Showing teeth or growling are signs that the dog doesn't like the situation. It's common to make mistakes when using the leash incorrectly and rushing during walks. We need to learn to do things correctly to enjoy walks without harming the dogs. Sometimes, we're in a hurry and become too tense, pulling the leash all the time, without allowing them to sniff around. Other times, we only spend a few minutes because we're in a hurry, but they need time to explore the environment, interact with other dogs, attend to their needs, and play. It's important not to rush during walks and use an anti-pull chest harness if you can't control them properly. Additionally, unnecessarily dressing up the dog with coats when it's not cold is not recommended. We can cover only some parts of the dog's body with a little jacket, if necessary. Some people like to dress their dogs in special clothes or even put shoes on them. However, these accessories are purely for decorative purposes and have no real functionality. Dogs don't feel comfortable when they can't walk properly. Some may learn to tolerate it, but they don't understand why we're watching them so much and even laughing. It's common for them to get more nervous when we draw attention to these accessories. Bathing frequently is normal for us humans who take a shower every day. However, for dogs, it's not the case. They have their own way of staying clean, and they need their scent to communicate with other dogs. Therefore, when we bathe them too often, we're not actually helping much. It's one thing to give them a bath when they are dirty, but it's another thing to keep bathing them frequently and using scented shampoos that bother them. They don't like it, and the smells of bathing products can be quite bothersome for them. Dogs can't stand boredom and the feeling of loneliness. They want to do things and spend time with you. They don't like it when you ignore them or when you're bored. Of course, they hate it when you're absent and they don't know when you'll come back, or if you'll come back. Even if you leave for just a few minutes, the worst thing that can happen is for them to feel abandoned. They will never understand the reason, and it will be difficult for them to move on and trust humans again. So, don't be bored and always engage in many activities with your loyal companion. Now let's learn about some myths and truths about dogs. It's a myth that 1 human year is equivalent to 7 dog years. It's true that dogs age faster than humans, but it's impossible to calculate the exact equivalence because it depends on the life stage they are in, the breed, and the quality of life. What we can guarantee is that after 2 years of life, all dogs are already considered adults, and from 9 years of age, they are considered seniors. Additionally, it's a myth that dogs can only see in black and white. It's a myth that dogs can see only in black and white. Although they don't perceive colors the same way humans do, they have limited color vision. They can distinguish blue and yellow, along with some shades. Another myth is that a dog with a dry nose means it's sick. This is also false. While dogs usually have a wet nose most of the time, it can become dry due to heat, or just waking up. This doesn't indicate any health problem. You should be genuinely concerned when the dog presents other symptoms, such as fever, mucus, wounds, blood, among others. Regarding dogs eating grass to vomit, this is not a completely false myth, but it's also not true in 100% of cases. Sometimes, they may eat grass to clean their digestive system, but they don't always vomit afterward. Why do they do this? Some studies suggest that dogs eat grass to compensate for the lack of fiber or vitamins in their diet, while others simply do it because they enjoy it. A final myth is that all female dogs should reproduce at least once. This is completely false. Female dogs don't need to become mothers to stay healthy. Reproduction is not an absolute necessity for them. In fact, it's a myth that all potentially dangerous breed dogs, PD, are aggressive. The classification of dogs as potentially dangerous is due to their strength and musculature, not necessarily their behavior. Just like any other breed, the temperament of a PD dog depends on the education and socialization they receive from a young age. A dog that is trained with positive reinforcement and properly socialized, even if it's from a breed considered potentially dangerous, can be affectionate and friendly, even with strangers. Pour another Lado, it is advisable to perform castrations on PD dogs as early as possible to prevent health problems related to the reproductive system, such as breast cancer, cysts, infections, or false pregnancy. Castration is a preventive measure recommended to ensure the health of these dogs and reduce the risks associated with reproduction. Puppies do not have their jaws locked when they bite. This is a false myth that arises due to the muscular strength they possess. Although they may seem to have locked jaws when biting, they can actually open their mouths normally, just like any other dog. As for wounds, it's more or less true that dogs lick them to aid in healing. Although they may lick wounds to relieve discomfort, it doesn't fully promote healing. In fact, licking wounds can hinder the healing process, which is why the use of an Elizabethan collar is often recommended for injured dogs. Another myth is that dogs love to be hugged. In reality, dogs don't appreciate this gesture very much as they feel restricted and blocked. For them, the act of hugging can cause stress, which is why many dogs try to escape when hugged. It's important to show love to dogs in ways they accept. Regarding the wagging of dogs' tails, it's partly true to say that they wag them when they are happy. In fact, The movement of a dog's tail can have multiple interpretations depending on the context, type of movement, and tail position. A dog may wag its tail due to nervousness, excitement, stress, alertness, or relaxation. It's important to learn to interpret these movements and observe other body signals of dogs to understand their emotional state. Now that we have debunked these myths, let's find out why dogs bark and explain the meaning of 10 types of barks. Some dogs bark in a really animated way and greet their owners. When a dog comes home, it usually gives 1 or 2 barks in a higher tone, accompanied by moments of tail wagging, jumps, and a clear demand for attention. When confronted with unfamiliar people or animals invading their territory, the dog may emit certain types of barks that are usually short, quick, and continuous. The purpose of these barks is to alert the owner or other dogs in the house and also to drive away the intruder. On the other hand, puppies that have been separated may bark when they feel lonely, suffering from separation anxiety. These barks are often longer, uninterrupted, and have a high pitch. Sometimes, they can even be mistaken as an attempt by the dog to communicate from a great distance, conveying that they feel lonely. Don't forget to subscribe to the Pet for Tips channel to stay updated with upcoming videos. A scared dog may bark to warn that it feels threatened. The barks will be continuous, slow, and in a lower tone, serving as a warning. In addition, the dog may exhibit other behaviors such as hiding, trying to escape, turning its back, or displaying signs of calmness, indicating insecurity and fear. Their body posture may also be more withdrawn. When a dog warns multiple times and is ignored, it may start barking in a threatening manner before attacking. In addition to barking, it may show signs of growling and other offensive behaviors such as showing teeth, keeping the ears pointed, and the body stretched. In some cases, due to previous experiences, the dog may react in a reactive and threatening manner to the presence of certain people or animals that cause fear, confusion, or stress. On the other hand, a dog can also bark when playing or positively interacting with other dogs, animals, or people. In this case, the barks are spaced out and at a higher volume. On the other hand, a sharp, short, or bark indicates that something is wrong or bothering them. When we observe this along with quiet body language, it's important to check if there's something wrong with the dog's body or the surrounding environment. Some dogs demand attention from their owners with continuous and prolonged barking, which may be accompanied by whining, whimpering, or behaviors like scratching the leg or rubbing their nose, among others. It's important to work on this type of behavior, as it's usually related to anxiety. For example, if we hide a ball, but it's still visible to our dog, they may bark to show that they can't reach their toy and ask us to give it back. In this case, the bark will be agitated. It's more common, and there are many other reasons why a dog may bark. As long as it doesn't become an inappropriate behavior that affects their well-being or ours, we don't need to suppress it. However, when barking is related to stress, anxiety, and has a negative impact on the animal's health or living environment, it's important to seek the help of a professional. This expert can rule out any physical illness or hormonal problems and help solve the problem efficiently. Canine language is very different from ours, isn't it? Now let's watch a video about the top 10 longest living dog breeds. Do you know which ones they are? Besides being one of the smallest dog breeds in the world, the Chihuahua is also the breed with the longest lifespan. Their life expectancy ranges from 15 to 18 years, and some can live up to 20 years. However, they are very sensitive to cold weather changes, so they adapt better to warm or temperate climates. If you have a Chihuahua, we recommend getting a dog sweater to protect them from the cold. The life expectancy of the Shiba Inu generates some controversy among experts. Some claim it's 15 years, while others believe the breed can live up to 18 years or more. This can be achieved as long as the Shiba Inu receives the necessary care for a healthy and happy life. Border Collie is known as the most intelligent dog in the world and also stands out for its excellent health and physical endurance. Their life expectancy ranges from 14 to 17 years, although some may develop diseases such as hip dysplasia, epilepsy, and eye problems. As for the terrier breed, it is relatively unknown outside the United States and is recognized only in its country of origin. Although it is not recognized by the FCI, Fédération Cynologique Internationale, there are other organizations that do recognize it. The American Kennel Club is a dog breed that stands out for its excellent health and low predisposition to hereditary diseases. Their life expectancy usually ranges between 15 and 16 years, and with proper care, it can reach 18 years. The Terrier, also known as the Standard Terrier, is one of the most popular German dog breeds and also has a longer lifespan. These playful dogs can live between 13 and 17 years, provided they receive the necessary care for their health and well-being. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay updated on dog breeds, veterinary advice, and much more. Musica, the toy poodle, also known as the miniature poodle, is one of the dog breeds with the longest lifespan. It is popular worldwide and usually lives around 15 years, but many of them reach 17 and even 18 years with preventive medications, balanced nutrition, and proper care from their families. The Pomeranian also stands out as one of the dog breeds with a longer life expectancy. They live on average from 12 to 15 years, but some can live even longer when their caregivers provide good care. For that, it's important to protect them from low temperatures, provide a complete and balanced diet, adequate physical and mental stimulation, and essential care for their health. And what about the Jack Russell Terrier? Where does it fit in? The Terrier is a brave dog breed with a strong personality and a temperamental and hyperactive character. In addition, Terriers are known to have a privileged longevity. These furry friends can live around 16 years under favorable conditions. And the Chinese crested dog is a beautiful and little-known representative of the extensive crested dog family. This dog breed, originating from the United States, was developed in the early 20th century in South Carolina. These dogs can live many years alongside their human companions, as their estimated life expectancy is from 14 to 16 years. And the Lagotto Romagnolo, an Italian water dog with long, curly hair, is native to the Romagna region. In addition to its beauty, this breed is known for its intelligence and searchability. Its life expectancy is estimated to be around 14 to 16 years. With a predisposition for learning, the Lagotto Romagnolo stands out for its privileged longevity, usually living between 14 and 17 years. This is a strong and resilient dog that, when given proper preventive care and raised in a positive environment, rarely gets sick. However, it is important to note that a dog's life expectancy will always depend on the care provided to it. It is necessary to ensure that they live in a positive environment, receive complete nutrition, engage in physical activity, and have a stimulated mind. In addition, proper preventive care and the love of the family are essential for their well-being. With all these measures, we can provide a healthy and long life for our canine companion. Regardless of the breed, any dog can accompany us and be by our side for many years. It is interesting to discover which dog breeds are known for their longevity. Now, let's continue with more curiosities about dogs and talk about 10 dog postures that indicate their happiness. Have you ever observed your canine companion in any of these inviting play positions? We can rarely say with certainty that a dog is happy, but when they are playing, their posture gives us a clear indication. They raise their hindquarters and lower the front, looking at us with that look of wanting to have fun. Then they make quick movements, hoping that we or another dog will join the play. If they lean on you, know that it is a clear demonstration of love and that they enjoy being by your side. At times, they may roll in the grass, another position that indicates almost absolute happiness. When a dog lies belly up in the grass or sand and starts rubbing against it, apart from cooling their body on hot days, they are also seeking your attention. Lying on their side is a classic position that shows the dog is comfortable and happy. Additionally, did you know that your furry friends' sleeping positions can reveal a lot about their mood? Discover the meaning of different positions of a sleeping dog. Lastly, if your dog gets excited when it's time for a walk, that is a sign of happiness. If you live with a dog, take advantage of these moments to enjoy their company and create even stronger bonds. Have you noticed that when your dog gets ready for a walk, they can't contain their excitement? There is no doubt that at that moment they are happy, and they demonstrate it through anxious behavior. Another position that indicates comfort is when a dog lies on its back while sleeping. It means they feel very secure and comfortable in their environment, resting carefreely and exposing their most vulnerable parts. Dog lovers often refer to this as a smiling dog. We can identify this expression when we see the dog's eyes wide open, the ears erect and not lowered forward or backward, and their mouth slightly open without showing teeth. This facial expression is usually accompanied by a nervous wagging of the tail and a lowered body posture. Another position of a happy dog is when they lie down next to their guardian, usually with their head resting on their front paws, observing what is happening around them. They may also lie down and lick their guardian's hands or face as a sign of affection and happiness. During play, it is noticeable when a dog is running with another dog or playing chase, and at a certain moment, they stop and look into the distance, panting, with a mix of excitement, exhaustion, and joy. There is no doubt that at that moment they are experiencing one of thunderstorms. Just imagine what happens to your dog. Due to their acute hearing, they can detect thunderstorms long before humans do. That's why many dogs get nervous during storms. Furthermore, when thunderstorms are forming, they ionize the air, producing a metallic smell that dogs can detect. Some studies have revealed that they are even capable of feeling the vibrations caused by lightning with their paws. So, if you've heard the story that dogs sense seismic activity before humans, it's true. They have the ability to predict disasters, just like other animals. Usually, their behavior changes before an earthquake occurs. Animals become nervous and reluctant to stay in one place. They leave the areas where they live, stop laying eggs, and hide in the days leading up to it. And when a woman becomes pregnant, her body undergoes transformations, mainly due to the release of hormones. Dogs are capable of sensing this hormonal change, which is why many of them become more attentive and protective towards pregnant women. As the baby's birth approaches, the human body emits scent signals that, on some occasions, may go unnoticed but indicate to the dog that a new family member is coming. There have been reports of cases where animals refuse to separate from their owners days before the baby is born as a way to protect them. Thanks to their powerful sense of smell, dogs can detect changes occurring in the body when a person is suffering from certain diseases such as diabetes or cancer. There are reports of people being diagnosed with cancer in a body part where the dog was already sniffing and alerting the owners. Additionally, if you need to take insulin, you've probably noticed that one of your dog's favorite activities is to watch you closely. This makes them always ready to identify emergency situations, and it's very likely that in these cases, the dog will show extra care for its owner or simply want to be by their side. Dogs have the ability to sense fear because they can smell it. When we feel fear, we release adrenaline, a hormone easily identifiable by the canine sense of smell. It is not necessary for you to notify or say goodbye to them before leaving the house, because if you leave the dog alone for a few hours, their actions and behavior indicate to the animal that you are about to leave. Even miles away from home, the dog is capable of sensing that you are on your way because their sense of smell can detect your scent from a great distance. Even before you arrive, your dog may become anxious and await your arrival, as it is part of the life of all living beings to experience certain chemical and biological changes before death. They can easily perceive this. Therefore, it is not surprising that when a person is about to pass away, the dog does not leave their side or becomes very sad. Dogs are truly special, aren't they? Now, let's discover the 10 most popular dog breeds in the world. Do you have any guesses? The Siberian Husky, originating from Russia, was widely used as a working dog, especially for transporting goods and people in cold regions. Its appearance is similar to that of a wolf, with a lush and beautiful coat. Additionally, it has an intense gaze and an ability that has made it one of the most beloved dog breeds worldwide. It's worth noting that the Siberian Husky is a dog adapted to cold climates and requires large amounts of exercise. An interesting fact is that the Siberian Husky is considered one of the oldest dog breeds in the world. Another popular breed is the Golden Retriever. The Golden Retriever, originating from the United Kingdom, is known for being a friendly, affectionate, and playful dog. Their willingness to learn and their great patience have made them one of the most used breeds as assistants. Another native breed from the United Kingdom is the Beagle, which has a highly developed sense of smell. The Beagle is an intelligent, cheerful, determined, friendly, and balanced dog. This breed needs to receive adequate mental and physical stimulation, and intelligence and puzzle games are highly recommended. There are plenty of reasons why many people want to adopt mixed breed and mongrel dogs, so they are also present on our list of the most popular dogs. Since mixed breed dogs are widely loved and do not have a single origin breed, they are less prone to suffer from hereditary genetic diseases. Let's set aside dog breeds for a moment and discover even more curious facts. For example, do you know the 10 signs that your dog loves you? Dogs are naturally curious and almost always greet you with enthusiasm when you come home. If they are there wagging their tail, running, and playing, it's a sign that they are happy to see you back and they love you. When a dog wags its tail and even its hips when it sees you, it's a clear sign that it is very happy and wants to play. These movements represent trust, loyalty, and joy. Moreover, if your dog tilts its head when you speak to it and raises its eyebrow, it shows that it is always attentive to everything you do. There is no doubt that you are a special person to them. The attention they give you is directly proportional to the affection they feel for you. Being constantly by your side is a clear sign of trust, as dogs understand that you are someone they can rely on. Most dogs love to accompany their beloved owners up and down. However, it's important to learn to differentiate this attitude from separation anxiety behavior, which occurs when the dog can't cope with being apart. Loneliness can lead dogs to exhibit destructive behaviors such as excessive barking and eliminating inside the house. Dogs also lick, and while sometimes they do it just to taste the flavor of what you ate, in many cases, it is a sign of friendship. It may indicate that they are happy or wanting to be close to you. When a dog licks someone, it usually means they like that person. We humans tend to reinforce this behavior when we show that we enjoy it, which makes dogs continue to lick to show how much they appreciate us. It's not necessary to train a dog to defend you, and we don't recommend using this type of training as it can increase stress levels and have negative consequences, especially for inexperienced people. Furthermore, the dog may develop an aggressive attitude towards those who shout or mistreat it. It's important to keep in mind that a defensive attitude is not very positive. Dogs have the ability to perceive people's pain in different ways. They interpret various signals when we are sad, which explains why it's not surprising when they approach us and show love, such as gentle licks. Despite this, Most dogs don't enjoy being smothered with kisses and hugs because they feel restrained and somewhat stressed by it. However, they can understand that you like doing it and allow you to do it to show your love. Additionally, just like licking, dogs tend to tolerate behaviors that we positively reinforce. If you do something they like and, in the end, praise them, it is very likely that they will allow you to repeat that behavior. There is no doubt that the dog is the most loyal animal that exists. It is known as man's best friend for its loyalty and commitment. If you make an effort to take good care of your dog and offer them the best quality of life possible, rest assured that you will have a loyal friend who will never abandon you. Now that you know how to recognize the bond established with your furry companion, let's find. This is one of the reasons why the German Shepherd is one of the most beloved and adopted breeds by families with children and other dogs. The German Shepherd possesses exceptional cognitive and emotional abilities, which make it one of the most obedient, present, and versatile dogs. Thanks to these characteristics, this breed performs functions such as firefighting, police work, search and rescue, and guard dog, among others. The Border Collie, like the German Shepherd, is considered one of the most intelligent dogs in the world and has a great capacity for learning. Being such an intelligent and active dog, the Border Collie needs to be stimulated both physically and cognitively. Otherwise, it can become bored and develop signs of stress. It is important to provide appropriate activities for this breed in order to keep them healthy and happy. Not recommended for beginners, and although not as popular, the Sheltie is one of the most intelligent dogs in the world. This breed demonstrates great ease in learning new tasks and tricks. However, it is important to know that they have a strong herding instinct, so they need to be properly socialized from a young age to relate positively to children and other animals. The Papillon is considered one of the most intelligent and obedient dogs in the world. Their personality is very versatile, and they can adapt to people with different personalities and lifestyles. This makes their education easier. With proper socialization, they can be excellent companions for children and other animals. Moreover, they are always alert and make great home guardians. Unfortunately, the Doberman is considered a potentially dangerous dog, but this is due to the irresponsibility of some owners who have not properly trained their dogs. This breed is very intelligent and sensitive, standing out for their excellent memory and extraordinary ability to memorize commands and tasks. It is worth noting that training a Doberman requires a lot of perseverance, physical and mental stimulation, and proper socialization. The Labrador is one of the easiest dogs to train and socialize. This is due to their fun, friendly, and loyal temperament, along with their intelligence and willingness to please humans. However, it is important to know that they need daily exercise and mental stimulation, even though they are naturally cooperative. It is essential to stimulate the dog's mind with intelligence games and other activities. Otherwise, they may show signs of stress and destructive behavior. The Australian Shepherd is considered one of the easiest dogs to train due to its cognitive abilities and excellent memory. However, educating them requires a lot of dedication, as they have a lot of energy and need constant physical and mental stimulation. For this reason, it is not recommended for sedentary people or those living in small spaces. Additionally, proper socialization is important for them to get along well with children and other animals, considering their natural inclination to herd. The Rottweiler, also one of the most intelligent dogs in the world, has a confident personality and is predisposed to learning basic obedience commands. Their calm and attentive temperament facilitates concentration and assimilation of the presented commands. Like the Doberman, they are considered potentially dangerous dogs, so it is extremely important to educate them from the moment they arrive home, conveying appropriate behavioral rules for the household and society to prevent the development of behavioral problems. It is essential to remember that good training is fundamental. The proper training of a dog depends not only on the characteristics of the canine breed, but also on the dedication of the owner, the methods used in education, and the environment in which the training sessions take place. These are key factors that can facilitate or hinder learning. Therefore, regardless of the breed of your dog, whether purebred or mixed breed, we recommend that you dedicate the necessary time to train them properly. Although some dogs are easier to train than others, any dog can become a perfect. They are the best friend one can have. Although each dog has its own personality, they usually shower us with licks and make us feel like the most special person in the world. Their love is infinite, sincere, unconditional, and eternal. A well-prepared dog, treated with respect and care, and that has a strong bond with their owner and family will always be a dog that loves us and cares for us. Surprising curiosities. There are many curiosities about dogs, and each one of them can surprise us in a unique way. We learn more and more about these loyal and charming companions. Therefore, no matter which curiosity surprised you the most, the important thing is to recognize the benefits of having a dog in our lives. And remember, adopting a dog is a responsible decision that brings an endless source of love, joy, and companionship. Exploring the world of dogs is a fascinating journey. As we learn more about them, we discover new ways to connect and benefit from their presence in our lives. Whether it's understanding the importance of proper socialization, practicing positive reinforcement in training, or cherishing moments of fun and affection, dogs teach us valuable lessons about love, responsibility, and well-being. So, if you're thinking of adopting a dog, keep in mind the reasons presented here. Remember that having a dog is a long-term commitment that requires care, dedication, and ongoing attention. But in return, you'll have a loyal and faithful friend by your side, ready to share unforgettable moments and become part of your family. Enjoy the journey with your dog, discover more curiosities, explore new activities together, and cherish the love and companionship of this special being. Dogs truly have the power to transform our lives for the better, and the adventure with them is just beginning. Did you enjoy the video? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Until next time, Pet for Tips.